Hello, my loves, and welcome to this general reading. This is a general reading for the Celtic Spirit Oracle deck. We are going to do a pentagram spread. So this is a general reading. Please do take what resonates and toss the rest. However, we will go ahead and do the pentagram spread, which will address several different aspects here. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do enjoy these types of readings, please let me know and I can do more of them, or sign specific rather, if you would like. If not, let me know that as well. That's certainly fine. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The first position is kind of where you are now. The second position is what will kind of help with your happiness. The third position is what is your biggest obstacle. The fourth position is your spirit's message to you. And the fifth position is indicative of your outcome. And we'll certainly go through these one at a time. So the position we have you in currently is protection, balance, and unity. Okay? So I do feel like for you right now, you are in a protective phase, you are trying to come into balance, and you are looking for unity. So I do feel like for many of you, this is a new phase, okay? And I've been seeing this a lot in a lot of different types of readings, tarot readings specific to signs, things like that, where we've made that shift, especially as Pluto has shifted into Aquarius. People are looking for more of a return to balance, different types of, kind of finding themselves, creative license. And I feel like for you, that's kind of what this is. I feel like you're looking for kind of a return to balance, kind of finding yourself, what's making you happy. Maybe you feel like you've been living your life for others for quite a while, doing what people expected of you, or the same old, but not necessarily something that's making you happy. And maybe even being in a protective mode, which is more so to say that, you're kind of surviving, not thriving, right? You're doing what you feel is safe or comfortable, staying with somebody because in a relationship because it's convenient, right? Or staying at that job because the checks are cashing, even though you may not like it, right? It's not something that's thrilling to you or enjoyable to you, but it's safe, okay? So I feel like that's kind of where you are now, okay? But what's going to support your happiness going forward is power, courage, and strength, okay? And this card is all about, really trying to do what I think that many of you are doing, which is kind of trying to find more of that balance and kind of finding more of you, right? Looking for things that are enjoyable to you. If this job isn't really pleasing to you anymore, you're kind of starting to say enough's enough, right? If that relationship is not bringing you joy, you're kind of con-marring things, right? Like if it doesn't bring you joy, it's out of here, right? And I think we're seeing a lot more of this where you are starting to show power and courage and strength and say, I don't care anymore if, this job that I really like doesn't pay as much as the one I have, because I'd rather have happiness than that level of income, okay? Or maybe, being alone isn't going to be so bad. I can enjoy my own company rather than have to deal with feeling alone in a house with somebody else in it, right? So I feel like you're kind of finding your divine feminine in that regard, whether you're a male or female, but I do feel like you're finding that situation. And I think this is what is going to really contribute to that happiness. The more that you start seeking things that really make you feel more alive, really are more like living for you instead of just for the status quo or what you're used to, or to keep other people happy, or just not cause drama or whatever by leaving or quitting or whatever. The more you're going to, some people may not approve of it, but that's your power, your strength, your courage, and your cross to bear, right? So it's also your happiness to seek too, right? So I think that's really where you're going to shine, okay? But then the third card is indicative of what is your obstacle going to be, because everything we have has an inevitable obstacle. So we have the green fairy here, and the green fairy is mischief, freedom, and recklessness. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Many of us, when we find that bit of excitement, happiness, newfound freedom that perhaps we haven't had, where we do leave that relationship that was not fulfilling and we are out on our own for the first time in a very long time, we tend to go overboard, okay? Let's try not to do that. Can get us into some trouble. Those of us who decide to, okay, we're gonna go leave this job because we wanna try something new. Some of us are, 9 to 5, take this job and shove it. I'm not working here no more. I'm not sure who sang that. Was it Johnny Paycheck? I don't know. But I don't want to get any copyright strikes, so note to whoever sang that. But anyway, there again, we tend to kind of let emotions run us and we just walk, right, without a backup plan, right? Or we decide, okay, we're going to invest in this new thing, or we're going to make millions in this new get rich quick scheme or this new company or whatever, because we're so over this 9 to 5 job, right? And we don't really think it through. So the first thing we want to do with our obstacle here is make sure that we're making good decisions when we're making the decisions, right? This is about power, courage, and strength. It's not about how crazy we can go to really sow our wild oats or, get excited and try to find our newfound freedom and fun, right? Okay. And I don't care if that is you're 15 or you're 115. We all have those same kinds of feelings now and then where we're like, enough's enough. I need something new. And we do, and that's okay. But we need to do it with a modicum of contemplation, due diligence, thinking it out, making good choices, planning, those kinds of things. So again, let's not get overwrought with our freedom to where we get ourselves into a little bit of mischief or, heaven forbid, recklessness, okay? So that could be an obstacle because you cut bait and run when you haven't planned for, financial obstacles to come in or, backup plans on jobs or things like that, or you leave a family situation and you don't have a place to live and you've been living with this person for 20 years and nowhere to go. Okay, maybe you need to think some things through. So just make sure that you are doing it in a smart way, that you're making these decisions for your own good, of course, but in a smart way, right? Okay, and then what do we have in the fourth position for your message from Spirit, right? So Spirit here is saying heart center, connection, love, and receiving. And I think that this is definitely Spirit telling you that once you have broken free, once you have started to find your balance, your strength, your courage, you are raising your vibrational level. You're raising your bar. You're raising your strength, okay? You are becoming a new version of you, really a happier version, a better version. You have released the negativity, the things that didn't serve you anymore. You have let those go in order to fulfill yourself with happiness and joy and the things that you do love, right? And when that happens, you have released to receiving, right? So you've released to receive, right? And at that time, you've basically opened up space in your energy, okay? Because we're basically an energy commodity, right? An energy exchange. And when we have let go of the things that have filled us with that negative energy, whether it's that job that we really didn't enjoy and it was just beating our head against the wall, but we just did it, or that relationship that just made us feel so unfulfilled, but we just kept sticking with it for too long, and just because it was there or it was convenient, even when it wasn't really convenient, but we were too, and I hate to say lazy, but sometimes that's just the case. We're too lazy to have to break up and start the process and, heaven forbid, find new places to live or do all these other things. That's work, right? Realistically. But once we have had the strength and the courage to do it. And we've gone through all that. Well, now we've opened up all this space for new love to come in, new connections for work, for business, for, people who will really give us the vibration and energy that matches our own, right? That kind of happy, strength, powerful energy that we really wanted to exude the whole time, but just couldn't. Now we are able to, and we are inviting that same energy to be, returned to us by people of our, like, kind, and quality and character, right? And so this is what our spirit guides are telling us. I mean, this is the message they're saying. Once you've released that, you are open to receive the love, and you're open to receive the connections in business, in finance, in friendship, in everything. That is so much more inviting for you, but you have to release to receive, right? If you keep living that life where you're down here with the people who are down here on that energy level, and they're sucking you dry and they're zapping your energy every day because you're just surviving, you're not thriving, you're just surviving. That's all you're ever going to get back, right? But when you start finally mustering the strength to say no more, I want more, I deserve more, I deserve better, I'm only going to put up with better, my boundaries say this is it, I will be treated this way, and no less at work, at home, in life, period, that's what you're going to get back, okay? Your spirit guides are telling you that here. And the outcome for you in the 5th spot here of the pentagram is the gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, power, and abundance. So this is when you really truly start to shine, right? And it's kind of actually a really cool card. It's a cool looking card. I like the card. I think it's cool looking. I think all these cards are really beautiful, but the gatekeeper card, really, that's where you're taking your power back, your strength, your power. You're becoming independent. You're becoming abundant. And abundant, in this case, it's showing coins, okay? So very much financially abundant, but it's not just a financial abundance, okay? When you're looking at this, you're looking at, again, what your spirit guides are telling you: abundance in love, abundance in connections, abundance in energy, okay? Because that's a commodity. That's, that's what we are. We're the gatekeepers of our own happiness, okay? Nobody is going to take care of us if we're not taking care of ourselves. We decide what energies we let in, okay? We decide what energies we surround ourselves with. And for a very long time here, it looks like, we've been looking for, something that was better, right? We've been in a protective mode. We've been looking for balance. We've been looking for unity, people who are more on our level, more in sync with us, more of our, our type of people that like the things we like, that feel the way we do, that want the things we want. And that's where we've been for a long time. But once we get up the courage to say no more, I'm done with it, I deserve more and I want a change, and we put that into practice, then that's when we can start to open up ourselves to those connections, to receiving that love, to becoming powerful, abundant, and truly the gatekeeper of everything that happens to us going forward, creating essentially our own paths. So I really hope this resonated with you. I think it's a beautiful reading. I think that ultimately you are going to be able to design your life going forward, as far as what you do in job, love, connections in general. And it's all going to start with you really kind of cowgirling up here with power, strength, and courage, which I think you have tons of. It's just going to be a matter of saying, I'm done. I'm done with this negative energy around me. I'm done with dealing with less than I deserve. I'm dealing with being breadcrumbed. I'm done dealing with all of that. I'm moving on, and I'm taking no less. Just do be careful that with your newfound freedom, you don't let it get away from you. And we can all do that. We can all tend to let things get away from us. Anytime we go from a famine to a feast, whether it be in money or in love, we can get a little bit too overzealous we get a little bit of income more than we had before, we might overspend, right? And not save for the hard times. If we get a little bit too much attention, we might take it too far, right? And miss out on the quality attention, right? Things like that. So just make sure that you are watching out for the green fairy. That is your obstacle. But other than that, I think you've got everything that you need right here to make everything go your way. So hopefully this works out for you. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and let me know if you'd like to see these readings in individuals for your sign specific. I can certainly do that. So hope to see you soon. Bye.